What is going on, guys? So it's absolutely no secret that I advocate not to get married for so many reasons. And the number one reason is there is absolutely zero zilch in marriage for a man that he cannot get from being in a relationship. Kids don't need to be married. Love don't need to be married. Trust don't need to be married. Companionship don't need to be married. There's literally nothing to be married. Companionship don't need to be married. There's literally nothing that a man gets out of marriage at all, other than a legal attachment and legal obligation to the person that he married. Now, with women initiating roughly 70 to 80% of divorces, is it any wonder that men are going their own way in droves and not getting married? So what? You may have read the title of this video today. Bridezilla admits to secretly fattening up her bridesmaid. Bridezilla admits to secretly fattening up her bridesmaids. So that was only part of the story. Here's the other part. The bridesmaids were her own fucking sisters. Check this out. These are going to be on display in my home forever. Bridezilla admits to secretly fattening up her sisters to ensure she would look the prettiest in her wedding pictures. So I just want to put this to you. Just want to put this to you for a moment. Think about this critically. If you're looking to get married and your future wife is fattening up her own freaking sisters just so she can look better than them, can you imagine what she'll do to you for her own convenience and her own narcissistic end? Get a load of this. A bride named Penny, Penny, that sounds very Caucasian, who is likely from Australia, said that she has always been competitive with her sisters Maggie and Charlie. Yeah, she's white. And I'm not being racist, I'm just saying that white women, I'm finding that the majority of you don't do yourself any favors in the health front or in the attitude front. This is why a lot of men don't want to get married to you. This is why guys are going overseas to find wives. And even then that turns out badly if you bring them back to Australia because they become westernized. And the same for the UK, and the same for America, and the same for basically any Western country. Here we go. An anonymous bride has admitted to some truly outrageous Bridezilla behavior leading up to her big day, in which she sabotaged her bridesmaids' diets to ensure she'd look the prettiest. Oh dear. So she's ugly, and she's trying to make everyone else uglier than her so she can look the best in the photos. Narcissist much? The woman, who only goes by Penny and seems to be based in Australia, told Women, that's WHIMN, it's basically a feminist site, that in order to stand out amongst her sisters, who were also bridesmaids on her big day, she frequently made them both special slimming smoothies. Oh, this is going to be good. Except there was nothing slimming about them. In fact, she'd pack their smoothies with protein powder, causing them to gain weight in the lead up to the event. Penny, the second of three girls, said she's always felt competitive with her sisters. She insists that her older sister Maggie was jealous of their impending nuptials. And her younger sister Charlie is a guy magnet. They're also both, in her words, stunning. I always felt like Jan Brady in the middle. I wasn't as hot and popular as my older sister, and I wasn't as cute and fun as my younger sister. I was just Penny in the middle. But they've also always been close. So Penny's been close to her two sisters her entire life, and she's doing this to them. Imagine what Penny will do to you if you get married to her. They're so close, in fact, that even once Penny got engaged to her now husband Richie, All three of the girls lived together with Richie. Oh, I can see that getting real messy real quick. Sharing a home certainly helped when Penny decided to put her plan into place. Of course it did. As the wedding planning geared up, Penny started to feel even more competitive with her sisters, and the wheels started turning to find a way to ensure that she'd shine above them at her wedding. Let's not think about the fact that her sisters might not want to be Oompa Loompas and whales at their sister's wedding. They might actually want to look good. But hey, let's not that get away in the way of the bride's narcissism. Here we go. I've been planning my wedding since I knew what a bride was. And I knew I would get a little Bridezilla-ish, but this wedding-focused atmosphere may have just sent me into the stratosphere, she admitted. I started obsessing about every tiny detail, and it was pretty much all I spoke about. Most of all, she was worried about how her wedding photos would come out, because she wants to make sure as many of them as possible are Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook worthy and any other social media platform you can damn well think of. These are going on to be on display in my home forever. I don't want to be reminded until my last day on earth that I was the plain sister, she said. I set about making sure my sisters looked as ordinary as possible on my big day. Well, as much as I could without being totally obvious about it. Because they're all fair-skinned and blonde. Wow, this chick is a bitch. Because they're all fair-skinned and blonde, she picked neon yellow dresses that made them look washed out and slightly ill. Her words, not mine. And then she started messing with their food. By far the worst thing I did was to fatten up my sisters in the months leading up to the wedding, she said. Every morning I insisted on making breakfast smoothies for everyone. I told them all I wanted us to look as... I told them I wanted us to all to look our best on the big day, so I was making them this special slimming smoothie. Fucking liar. Lying to your own sisters through your damn teeth. And that's not even your husband. That's your damn sisters, for God's sake. That's your family. Holy shit. She even bought a weight loss shake, emptied the container, and filled it with mega weight gain protein powder as a cover. Wow. By the time my wedding rolled around, each of my sisters had to have their dress altered to accommodate their thickening waistlines. Yeah. It sounds like it's not the big day for the bride. It's the big day for the bridesmaids. Now, when she looks at the pictures from the day, she sometimes feels a twinge of guilt, just a tiny little twinge, just a teensy weensy little bit of guilt, but not that much. But she mostly feels happy that she looks gorgeous, and her sisters are, and I quote, looking washed out and chubby. She also promises that her sisters have both lost the weight since then, and when they ask her to make one of those delicious smoothies, she always demurs. Well, that's all that matters, right? That you looked better than them on the wedding day. Doesn't matter that they look terrible because you fucking sabotaged them, you cow. Seriously. So guys, let this be a lesson to you. Let this be a lesson to you, right? Don't get married, because this is the kind of shit that is happening to people left, right, and center, even when that guy thinks that she's a good chick, right? Because the way a woman treats her family will always be better than the way she treats you. So imagine how this woman treats her poor husband. Imagine, right? Just absolutely freaking disgusting, sickening, disgusting, revolting, all of the above. So yeah, guys, take this as a warning. Go MGTOW, don't get married. Share this with all of your friends, especially those men who are engaged, and tell them don't be a cuck. Stand up and say no when shit like this is going down. Right? And if she doesn't like when you say no, call the wedding off. In fact, I'd advise to just call the wedding off anyway, because there's nothing in it for you. It's all about her anyway. Well, whatever. Look, long story short, guys, you know the drill. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Share this video with all of your married friends, with all of your engaged friends, all of your friends that are thinking about getting married, and all of those guys that are saying she's the one. In fact, just share it with your single friends as well. Get the word out there. Everybody needs to hear about this kind of shit that goes on, right? Because we're the poor suckers on the receiving end of it. Share it online. Send a text, whatever you got to do. Smash that thumbs up, especially because I've only got 13 thumbs up and I got 77 of you in the box right now. So comment after this live video so that I can get your thoughts. Smash the thumbs up, share it. If you want to get one of these sweet ass t-shirts, represent.com/SydneyMGTOW. I'm working on some new designs at the moment, but I'm kind of digging this plain one. I've got some hoodies, tank tops, sweatshirts, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, you name it, I got it. And if you want to donate, guys, PayPal to me /SydneyMGTOW. It's in the description below. And if this is your first time watching my channel, subscribe, hit the bell next to it so you get the daily notifications. And I will make sure I keep bringing you awesome content. I mean, I was meant to do Corner Store Caroline today, but shit just kept coming up. All of the good stuff. What can I do? What can I do? I'll get around to it. All right, guys. Appreciate you. And I will sign out. Peace.